Al comes in, I may interrupt you a little bit. He's only got a signature, really.
Morning, Commissioners, Kyle Wilmsher, Bannock County Public Works Director. I think the first part will hear what you have on monies or
Lack thereof.
or lack thereof.
Okay. Krista Fauser, Bannock County Comptroller. I ran through some projections to try to see if we could come up with the 1.7 million that we need to come up with for the both the liner and then the remediation. Actually, the remediation, after talking to Kyle, we're going to cut that back a little bit and use some of those monies towards expansion. That's how we came up with the 1.7. We do not have enough unanticipated revenues yet, but I anticipate that we will have enough that we'll be able to open the budget here in 4 to 6 weeks for those dollars. Property tax fees, or the fees that are assessed on the property taxes for households, the $40, $80, that change. Because those changes came in late enough, I didn't project those into anticipated revenues. So we should have about $530,000 there. And then we received some recycle money that I didn't anticipate, which was $95,000. We never know if we're going to get that. We just had a bunch that we took. Permits, I think we'll have about $270,000 come in. Gate fees have been higher than normal. We've seen that over the last 2 years, but I'd not increase that revenue projection until it becomes a good trend. We didn't know if that was just a COVID thing, so that's about $185,000. I had Aubrey run me the receivable list, which tells me who still owes money: City of Pocatello, Blackfoot, and a handful of other private entities. And with building going up, we've got some money coming in there. So I believe we'll have about $700,000 there. And then the gas system, we have a little bit more that's going to come in. So I feel comfortable at this point if the commission wishes to sign that agreement. And then what I'll do is in, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks, watch and bring forward to you a public hearing notice to open the budget for unanticipated revenues. If by some crazy chance we don't get to the $1.7 million, which right now I'm at $1.6 million with my projections, then we can go to Plan B of using ARPA funds to front the money. If that's good. Let me look at my email real quick, make sure that I didn't miss anything.
Any questions from the commission?
No.
If I just do rough math on the numbers you gave us, that's roughly 3 million.
3 million?
Did you say 1.7 million in savings and expansion and what we had?
No, that's how much I have to come up with.
Oh,
It's 1.7.
okay, sorry. That's why I was clarifying.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
I'm like, oh no, I did not
Coming up
pull
with 3 million.
projections.
It's technically Monday morning and math is not, okay.
all right, that's why I just double check and
Yeah.
make sure I heard you correctly.
And
I'm
we
working
didn't-
for you, Kyle.
We didn't quite, I mean, we're not going to receive double the revenues. I think that was kind of out there a little bit last week. We're not going to be over revenues by that much by any means, but I think we'll be close to the 1.7 million. The other item I wanted to bring up while we are on the topic is reserves. We really do not have reserves, excess reserves by any means. Right now, I'm estimating when we set the budget for 22, we estimated to use 2.4 million. And so that'll put our reserves at the end of this fiscal year at about 5.6. And the ask for next year's budget is 9.2. Revenues are about 7.2. So we're going to need 2 million in reserves for next year, depending on what we end up with budget. So there's no real excess reserves. Plus, we've got closure costs for cell 2 of about 6 million. We've got remediation. We've got expansion.
Cell 2, as long as you keep one truck operating in there every year, you don't close it.
Yeah, and that's where we're at right now.
And when DEQ wants to cooperate, then we'll stop putting one truck a year in there.
But we'll still need,
No, it might take 30 or 40 or 50 years before we get to that point. Because that is the law, and we will follow the law explicitly. I'm just saying. Don't want to approve an alternate cover method?
I-
Fine.
but if you take all the other items into account,
I know.
we do not have excess reserves.
Yeah.
As long as we can move the funds this year. Well, next year's reserves haven't technically been spoken for, so there might be a reallocation of budget in that.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
Yeah.
there, I think we'll be good to be able to cover the money with revenues this year. But I will come back and update you in a month.
Okay.
And that's why we readjusted the fees a year ago, was because once we started this remediation and stuff, we've seen us pulling out of reserves every year, and there's not enough to keep doing that.
How bad is the DEQ pushing back on the slowdown in remediation because we're under consent order?
We're still fine with it. I'd have to check for next year what for sure we'll have to do, but
We should probably start having that conversation sooner than later. Try and keep them on our good side. I mean, there is a good faith effort there. It's not like there's not a good faith effort. It's just,
yeah, if their funding's not available.
yeah, well, I mean, you're trying to do both. And we'll keep maintaining and doing what we gotta do, but you have to have that new expanded landfill in place.
Yeah.
So, because otherwise there's no more revenues to conduct remediation if you can't take any more garbage.
Then we have to pay to send it somewhere else.
Well, so, all right, I'm good.
Motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would approve the authorization of funds as presented for the landfill cell 4 Phase 2 project.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So with that, we just had the 2 signatures, one on the contract and one on the notice to proceed.
Okay.
Like Jason. Then there's 4 other books downstairs or something. You getting it and stuff like that.
All right. Go see Christie.
All right.
And lastly,
Guessing Christie has it.
an agreement with the Idaho Department of Corrections for the women's prison to have the female inmates work at the landfill to help with the waste cleanup. And
Miss-
we've been waiting and anticipating their help, and glad that we can get something going with them again.
Let's see.
That's it.
We need their cleaning abilities very badly.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the contract with the Idaho Department of Corrections as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Are you Hal today?
I am. This time I am.
Welcome.
Tristan Borkwin, Assistant Planner with Planning and Development. We have the council bylaws back before you with the Code of Conduct clause that we discussed last week. Ryan Belknap sent us a little paragraph to add in there, and we had legal review a couple of the changes that I made before bringing it before you.
Any questions?
No.
And I have the original too for
Okay.
you guys to see.
And we got the
Yep, your clause is
okay.
in there.
Okay. Mr. Chair, make a motion that we approve the bylaws for the Planning and Development Council as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Brian, I do have one question for you because we've been playing phone tag. Can this go on the preliminary business of the agenda for July's meeting for council to sign with the Code of Conduct Amendment, or does it need to be a business item?
Either one.
Okay, perfect.
You want it?
I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you're up, Mike. You wasn't expecting anybody else?
No,
Okay.
just the Williams.
We're still a little early, but I just make sure that,
I think on this side so we can lay out plats and whatnot. Good morning, Commissioners. Mike Jaglowski, Bannock County Engineer.
Morning.
I have before you a final plat of Canyon Creek Subdivision Phase 1. This is located adjacent, I shouldn't say adjacent, but in the Lava Hot Springs area. It is on Smith Canyon Road. Represents, I believe, 6 lots. A lot of these are starting to run together, pardon me on that. And we have it for your review and approval. As of last meeting, or last week, we talked a lot about open space. I have visited with the Williams several times since the beginning of May. Actually, this has been ready for quite a while. On ways that we would be able to approach something closer to Section 401C, which is open space requirements. Looking at this and seeing the nature and the way that they carved out the open space is the best way to be able to protect natural resources as well as allow open space for that area on that. So I would like your consideration and approval.
Is all construction done, or is there a bond held back?
Nope, all construction is complete, both utility and also road.
Cool. So they're ready to go sell some lots today then.
Yes, they are ready to sell lots today. And
Good.
well, they were ready January and they ran into some
Okay.
arm wrestles and stuff, so yes, they are very ready. They are here, as you can see, Mr. and Mrs. Williams, if you desire to address them.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the, hold on, let me make sure I have the right name on here. Which one is it?
Canyon Creek.
The Canyon Creek subdivision as presented and authorized chairman's signature.
have a motion, all in favor say aye.
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 Arr. Is it bad when you're watching YouTube videos with your daughter and you're looking at piano, playing the piano, but it's Iron Maiden's Fear of the Dark?
No, that's just raising a child right.
And she thought it was just awesome. It's been in my head now since. Dad, look how fast they play. I know.
That's still a travesty that Iron Maiden is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I know.
It's a travesty.
One of my favorites. Somebody keeps calling me from my grandpa's hometown right now. I'm a little concerned. They called 4 times in the last 10 minutes. And I wonder if it's my aunt and can't get a hold of my dad.
Think you'd sign your name too many times?
Nope, I never did. Not even once.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Go sell some lots, build some big houses.
All right, with that being said, we'll be